Okay, so today we are talking about how do you know that your fear is louder than your faith? How do you know that your fear is louder than your faith, right? You know, you hear that saying, your faith should be louder than your fear, right? It should be, but it ain't. So, how do you know that your fear is louder than your faith? Let's get it. Why are you waiting on the perfect time to start if God told you to start? If God told you to start, you waiting on the perfect time. This is how you know that your fear is bigger than your faith. Okay? You're saying that your faith is bigger than your fear, but it's really not. Okay? Because it's not going to be no perfect time if you need to start. Okay? You need to start that thing. You need to be creative. You need to get your stuff out there. You need to do what you do. Okay? But wash my shoe. Dance with your boo. You know what? I'm sorry. You need to do what you do. Why are you focused on everything that could go wrong? Okay? Yes. Is things gonna go wrong? Yes, they gonna go wrong. Yes, they gonna go wrong. Yes, they gonna go wrong. But that's not the point. Okay? It's not the point that things is gonna go wrong. Because actually, is it really gonna go wrong? It may go wrong at the time, but later on, it may be right. Okay? So you focus more on what could go wrong. You focus more on the woulda, coulda, shouldas, and ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, that's not nah. You need to take that off your mind. Okay, ain't no woulda, coulda, shouldas. Don't worry about what can go wrong. Okay, because if it go wrong, it's gonna go wrong, and you adjust. Okay, you learn how to solve problems. Number three, you constantly seeking approval before making decisions. You asking everybody and their mama what they think about this. Why? Why? Why do you even care what they think about it? What is the problem that you even care what they you asking people who you asking people who got a mindset of like they don't know nothing, and you asking them what they think about your idea. They ain't never did nothing, and you asking them what they think. They don't see the vision. The vision wasn't given to them, it was given to you. Okay. So when we talking about how we know your fear is louder than your faith, but your mouth talking about your faith is louder than your fear, you study asking people what do they think about what you got going on. That's something you got going on. And then they plant this seed. Oh no, I don't think I could do that because of their experiences, because of the things they've been through, because of the things that happened to them. And you asking them what they think. You got to stop that. You messing yourself up. Now you know your fear is louder than your faith because you supposed to have faith in whatever it is. It don't matter what they think about it. It don't matter what they think about it. What you think about it. What do you and God think about it? It don't matter what nobody else think about it, okay? It just matter what you and God think about it. That's it. Number 4. You let your past rob you. You let your past dictate on how you should move right now. You letting what happened in your past, your shame or whatever you didn't want to happen, or whatever happened that people knew about it, the judgment, whatever it is, you letting it rob you. Okay? You gotta understand whatever happened was supposed to happen. Okay? whatever happened, it's a reason in that thing, baby. God say they meant it for bad, okay? But I'm going to tell you what I meant it for, okay? So when it comes down to your faith, your fear being louder than your faith, your fear is louder than your faith because you letting your past rob you right now, okay? Okay, number 5. You stay focused more on your limitations than you do on God's ability. You more concerned about, like, I don't know how to do this. I can't do this. If God told you to do something, baby, you better believe you're going to get the ability to do whatever it is He's telling you to do, okay? So you won't need to worry about your limitations. Instead, focus on, baby, I'm telling you, God gonna take you through there. I'll take you through there. Whatever it is you ain't got, you need to ask for, okay? And gonna fix that thing. Gonna fix it real fast, okay? But you gotta ask. You gotta take it to Him instead of focusing on what you can't do or what you ain't got. Number 6. You quit when things get difficult. When things get hard, you out of there. Baby, you gone. Okay, when things get hard, you like I'm gone. I can't take it. I can't do it. She's a runner. She a track star. She gonna run away when it get hard. She could, yes, you running. He, she, whoever. When it get hard, you gone. Okay, that's the problem. That's how you know your fear is louder than your faith. That's how you know. A runner. I don't know, baby. Gotta pray about that thing. But we all gotta pray, you know what I mean? Number 7. That comparing. That comparing. This is how you know your fear is bigger than your faith. You comparing your journey to somebody else's journey. You can't compare. You would be amazed at how many people saw what happened, what God took me through, what God put me, what I went through, what was happening to transition stage, baby, bye. And they think that they could, they think that they know the blueprint. They think they could do what I do. They think they could follow the same thing, and it's not gonna work, and it ain't working. And they like, Jessica did. No, Jessica didn't do it like that, baby. So now you looking like, okay, with this person, listen, you can't skip no steps. Okay, and you definitely can't skip the biggest steps of them all is you got to invite God into that thing. And if you not inviting God into that thing, but you delulu saying you is inviting God into that thing, but you gossiping, you spreading rumors, you causing confusion amongst people, you know what I mean? You causing war, you stepping back, throwing rocks and claiming that you're not doing nothing, then, that is a problem. Okay, that is the problem because you're not inviting. Just because you're inviting God in there, God don't come in no mess. God don't bless no mess. I'm sure y'all heard that. God don't bless no mess. You know what I mean? So sometimes we just be delulu on our own behavior. So, you got to get with it. You got to be aware. So when it comes to that comparing stuff, no, you should have your own journey. This is how you know that your fear is bigger than your faith, because everybody got their own individual path. Their own individual path. But you following somebody else's path, or you comparing yourself to somebody else's path, or whatever, and so sometimes it's fine. Sometimes God do tell you to take some people path, but not compare yourself, not try to be people, not try to do what people doing, not try to be so devious and envious and just nasty to where, you know, you causing confusion and you just want to see people fall. Like, nah, that's a problem. You know what I mean? That's nastiness, and God don't come in nothing like that, baby. And matter of fact, you're gonna see the person get elevated even more and more and more and more if you keep doing that. Number eight, you allow criticism to silence you. Baby, I will go against the world for what I believe. You are, baby. You allow criticism. Listen. First of all, is the criticism true? Okay, if the criticism is true, first you gotta ask yourself: is the criticism is the criticism true? Okay, is it true? Right. So if somebody criticizing you, is they doing it from a place of love, or is they doing it from a place of they trying to destroy you? But even so, you still want to ask yourself. So some criticism you don't have to take, and some, you know, you could be like, okay, well, you know, let me think about that. You know what I mean? But if you allow criticism to silence you, now you don't want to do nothing. Now you don't want to do the job. Oh well, this person said this and this person said that. This person said that I ain't doing it right. Okay, well, are you doing it right? Okay, are you doing it right? That's first, okay? And if you is doing it right and a person is just threatened by you, then, you know what I mean, you definitely don't silence yourself because of that. You definitely don't silence yourself because of criticism at all, okay? You don't silence yourself because of criticism at all, okay? You either face, okay, is the criticism true? You know, is it coming from a place of love? Is it something I can benefit? If not, you know what I mean, you don't have to take the. But one thing you don't do is let it silence you. Okay? You don't let it silence you. You don't let it silence your voice. Okay? And if it do silence your voice, this is how you know that your fear, baby, that fear heavy on you. Okay? Are you had your gifts because you fear judgments? And it's a passage in the Bible that talks about the one servant hid his gift while the other two multiplied their gifts, right? They did something with it. They made it do what it do. They said work it, baby. They made their little money, had some little money babies. That's what they did, right? They multiplied it, right? They, you know what I mean? And the servant who buried his talent because he didn't want to take no risk and he wanted to be safe was called a foolish servant, right? Lazy and something else because he didn't make it do what it do, baby. So, the moral of the story is you don't want to hide your gifts, okay? You don't want to hide your gifts, so you don't care what people say. You just sharpen your gifts and you get better and better and better. Because at the end, you know what it is you're trying to do. Just keep focused on what it is you're trying to do. You got something to do here. You ain't got time to play about no judgment. You got big things that you need to happen. You trying to get up out of survival mode. You trying to take care of your kids. You trying to have a different life. You don't want to be stressed, depressed, and looking a mess. You trying to get up out of that stage. You don't want that. So this is not the time for you to care nothing about who is judging you, okay? Let them judge. They can judge you all they want to, because I guarantee you, when they judge you, baby, you do what I'm telling you to do, baby. You don't have your gifts for nobody, okay? Nobody. You do not hide your gifts for nobody. Right? God gave you those gifts. God blessed you with those gifts. And the only way those gifts is going to multiply is, baby, you gotta bring God on up in that thing, baby. Woo, you say, God, I need multiple. God say, okay. You bring God up in there when you creating. You bring God up in there when you making decisions. Baby, God is the counsel. Baby, God is the team manager. Baby, God is baby, God is all of it. Okay? That's your team right there. You and God. So, do not hide your gifts. And the last one, okay, the last one. This is how you know your fear is louder than your faith. Okay, this is how you know. You trust in your circumstances more do you trust in God's promises. What did God tell you to do? I know that thing look bad. I know you may been evicted. I know you may be broke. I know it already broke down. Something that already happened. Your life is falling apart. Okay? I know all that. Right? And right now you looking at the circumstances. But this, I ain't got no money now. But this happened now. But this going on now. I get all that. Okay? And that's why you need to just step on back. Because you ain't got nothing to lose at this point. Just step on back. Because a lot of times when it's falling apart, it's falling into place. We be thinking our life is falling apart. We be thinking like, oh my God, I don't know. What am I going to do? I lost everything. I'm going to lose everything. I did. What am I going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to trust the promises. That's what you're going to do. Not the circumstances. And even if you do lose it, you can get it back. Even if you do lose it, you can get it back. Even if you do lose it, you can get it back. Okay? So, a lot of say, but it depends on what you lose too. So, some things you can't be willing to lose. Like, you can't be willing to lose yourself behind worldly materials. Okay? So, when people be freaking out about these worldly materials, it's like, baby, I done lost worldly materials and I done lost myself a couple of times. And I gotta tell you, losing yourself is the worst, okay? A worldly material at this point, I don't care what I ever lose, okay? I'm at the point, it don't even matter what I lose, okay? But I don't want to lose me, okay? It's like, I don't want to lose me again. You know what I mean? And so, that's the biggest thing. So, number 10 is, this is how you know that your fear is louder than your faith is. You are trusting the circumstances more than you are trusting what God has promised you. Okay. So again, this is how you know that your fear is louder than your faith. Okay. So yeah, if you like, girl, oh my God, yes, that's me. You know what I mean? That's me. Text community, join us. Okay. Text the word purpose to 630-863-3142. Join community 630-863-3142. Okay, and again, this was your fear is louder than your faith. Just a thought.